Miss Hannah here. I really miss seeing all of my friends in the preschool class at church on Sunday, but I'm so happy that everyone's at home and staying healthy. So, until we can see each other at church again, I have a story for us today. Who likes stories? I know I do. All right, are you all ready to hear it? Yeah? All right. Our story today is called God's Very Good Idea. Here we go. In the beginning, in fact, before the beginning, God had a very good idea. It was even better than solar panels, chocolate chip cookies. Who likes chocolate chip cookies? Yeah, I thought so. The Super Soaker, which is a water gun, color TV, fireworks, the life raft, roller skates, and the X-ray machine. God's idea was to make people. Lots of people. Lots of different people who would all enjoy loving him and all enjoy loving each other. Look at all these people. They would all be made in his image. They would all be like mirrors reflecting what God is like. Because God is full of love, they would be full of love too. So God got to work and he made a beautiful world for the people to live in. Then he made the first people, a man and a woman. And he said to them, "Be happy. Enjoy loving me and loving each other. Have a huge family that will fill the earth and look after the earth and enjoy the earth." God carried on creating people. All of them were made in his image, and all of them were different too. Some of them were men, some of them were women. Some liked to read, some liked to ride bikes. Some of them had darker skin, some of them had lighter skin. Some of them had curly hair, and some of them had straight hair. What do you like to do? I like to read books and to spend time outside. Yeah. We live in God's world. We are all different, but we're also all the same. Everyone you see is different than you and the same as you. Look at all these people. They're all different. Yeah? They might look different or speak different or play different, but they're all made in God's image, and so they're all valuable. This is God's very good idea. But people ruined God's very good idea. The first people chose not to love God. This is called sin. And because they chose not to love God as they should, they forgot how to love each other like they should. We're all the same. We chose not to love God, and so we're not able to love each other like we should. Sometimes we treat others badly because they're different than us. People fight with each other. People are mean to each other. People laugh at each other. Because we've ruined God's very good idea, he is not pleased with us. Our sin means that we can't be friends with him or enjoy living with him. We need God's forgiveness for ruining his very good idea. It's the same for everyone in the world. People who like reading need forgiveness, and people who like riding bikes need forgiveness. People with darker skin need forgiveness, and people with lighter skin need forgiveness. People with curly hair need forgiveness, and people with straight hair need forgiveness. All of the people in the world need forgiveness. But God was not surprised by the people ruining things. He had always had a very good plan to rescue his very good idea. So God got to work. He came to earth as a person. Do you know who that person is? Yeah, it's Jesus. God came to earth as Jesus. Jesus loved people who were different than him. He loved people who no one else loved. He always enjoyed loving all the different people he met. Jesus shows us how to enjoy loving each other. But people didn't love Jesus. Instead, they hated him. They put him on a cross to die. But this was part of God's plan. On the cross, Jesus took our sin so that we can be forgiven. Jesus forgives his people for their sins. Jesus didn't stay dead. Did you all just learn about this for Easter? Yeah, what happens? 3 days later, Jesus raises back to life, and then he went back to live in heaven. And then he gave people his spirit to help them enjoy loving him and loving all the different people that they know. Jesus helps us to love each other. Look at all these people loving and helping each other. Yeah. One day, God will finish his very good idea. Jesus will come back and make the world perfect again. And anyone who has asked Jesus to forgive them will live there with their different languages and skin and colors. They'll enjoy loving God and loving each other. They will enjoy praising God for making, rescuing, and finishing his very good idea. But here is a very, very, very good part of God's very good idea. You don't have to wait until then to enjoy it. Jesus welcomes anyone who asks him to forgive them. And when Jesus welcomes someone, he welcomes them into his family forever. He welcomes people who like reading and people who like riding bikes. He welcomes people with darker skin and people with lighter skin. He welcomes people with curly hair and people with straight hair. God's family is called the church. Your church friends are your brothers and sisters, your wonderful and colorful church family. You can enjoy loving them and loving God with them. Look at all of these people. They are all different, but they're all together and loving each other and loving God. This is God's very good idea. Lots of different people enjoying loving him and loving each other. God made it. People ruined it. He rescued it, and he will finish it. And with your church family, you can enjoy being a part of it right now. The end. Well, you all are all part of my church family, and I miss seeing you at church, and I can't wait to see you all again. But until then, thank you for listening and hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed my story. All right. Bye, guys. See you all later.
Your first lies were fireflies in your brother's jars. The flashing cries, and you would sneak them so they'd be home again someday.